job is to pay you the least amount possible. This is why you need the Claim Squad Public Adjusters, owned and operated by Mike Keeler. Mike is a public adjuster in Florida who helps families with their property damage insurance claims. When you work with Mike, you can take comfort knowing he will help prevent the insurance company from taking advantage of you. They help families whose homes are damaged by pipe breakage, roof leaks, storms, air condition leaks, fire, rain, tornadoes, hurricanes, and vandalism. Like Mike always says, he promises to help you in every possible way to get the best settlement for your property damage claim. He enjoys helping people fight the insurance companies because he disagrees with how they treat property owners. Mike is here to do things the right way and help you the best he can. Mike guarantees you he will be honest with you, understanding, and helpful. Call Claim Squad Public Insurance Adjusters today at 754-252-5438.
You are listening to the Ask the Experts show with host Steve-O. We will be right back with more experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Join us every Thursday from 6 p.m. Now, get ready for more Ask the Experts.
Well, I got to tell you, this is going to be interesting. I've been doing this show for 7 years now, and our expert has not shown up yet. Now, one of the things when you have a studio that's right off of 95, guess what? You get backup, and that might be what has happened to him. I sure hope that's what's happened to him. Now I'm thinking, I hope he didn't want to zoom in, but I'm sure he would call me and let me know. But the name of the company is Claim Squad, and what they do is they do property damage. They are a insurance claims adjuster, and folks, I've actually been through with a claims adjuster. And if you don't have an adjuster, if you don't have that, I am going to tell you, the insurance company, I hope I can say this word, they will screw you around, because what they want to do is pay you the least amount possible. And when you have a claims adjuster, they can't get away with that. So, you know, and sometimes you go, the insurance company will tell you, this is it, we're not giving you any more. And they know that you don't know. And that's probably the best way to say it. Because a claims adjuster, they know about leaks, they know about tile, they know about flooring, they know about roofing, they know about smoke damage, fire damage. They know all this. And here's the thing with them. You do not have to pay them anything unless they win. See, a lot of people go, well, you know, I don't want to put out the money. I'm going to try to save some money and do it myself. Well, they work on a contingency basis. And that means that if they don't get you more money, then you don't owe them any money, no matter what they've had to spend out of their pocket. So to kind of give you an idea, a friend of mine, they kept saying they don't have the tile to match, and they were going to allow just to put 5 pieces of tile in and give them $2,000. Well, they finally got a claims adjuster, and the claims adjuster said, you're going to take up the entire floor and put new flooring in. And these people probably would have settled thinking, well, that's the best I could get. But they went from a $2,500 offer to getting $60,000 And I have heard a lot more stories like that than I have of people not getting what's due to them. Now, if you have, there's some cases that if you have settled, there's certain cases that a claims adjuster can actually come back in and they can possibly get you more. And it is allowed in the courts. Now, if the insurance company, you got to remember, everything the insurance company does with you is about giving you the least amount possible. And I'm going to tell you something. You might think you're the greatest negotiator there is out there. I'm telling you, when you go up against these people, when you go up against them, I am telling you that I promise you, these guys and gals are pros. They know exactly what they're doing. They've probably been doing it for a long time. You do not want to go up negotiating against them. So it is so important to hire a company like Claim Squad. And Mike Keeler is the owner. I'm just thinking that Mike, because I just talked to him this morning, I'm just thinking that Mike's probably stuck in traffic. But he is going to be back with us again next month in case he's listening. We're still waiting for him to come in. I'm just telling, because we have public insurance adjusters in other cities, and I've done the shows with them, and that's why I'm really up on public adjusters. I'm telling you, I believe in public insurance adjusters because I'm telling you, they are going to get you so much more money than you can get yourself. Again, the name is Claim Squad. His name is Mike Keeler. And Freddie, do we have a phone number for him? I don't know if you have his website up. Yeah, well, of course. I mean, but I didn't think I was going to be doing the show alone. Let me just introduce you to Freddie Santori. If you ever need TV production work, commercial work, he also does toilets. But no, the name is AMP2.TV. That's the name of his company. And I'm telling you, and listen, we get into it sometimes. We've been together for 7 years. But Freddie is,
like
without a
marriage. How did they come up with the name, the Claim Squad? I think that is the coolest thing.
I think it's a
Claim
great
Squad.
name.
That is great.
Claim Squad Public Adjusters. But Freddie does the most incredible production work, whether it's for TV or for radio or for video. And if you ever need production work done, again, let me give you the name of the company. It's AMP, AMP 2, the number 2.TV. His name is Freddie Santori. And I don't know, tonight, for some reason, I've wanted to promote Freddie. I don't know why. I mean, we've been doing this for so long. But let me get back to...
I got a phone number.
Oh, you got a phone number?
For the Claim Squad, yes.
Okay.
First is theclaimsquad@gmail.com.
The Claims Squad...
Claim.
Claim. Oh.
The Claim Squad.
The Claim Squad.
Claim Squad @gmail.com.
@gmail.com.
And they got two numbers. They got a toll-free number, so they must be all over. 800 311 5753.
5753.
And then they got 754
754
252
252
5438.
5438. So it's 754-252-5438, or you can call his toll-free number at 800-311-5753.
He has a fantastic website.
Oh.
Really nice. And he has all sorts of stuff in here that they cover.
Does it show where he's out of?
Yes, it does. I didn't tell you that?
No?
He's located at Lighthouse Point, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And they're closed now. They open up at 9 o'clock Monday through Friday.
Okay. You know what? Again, we're right off of 95, and we have a lot of our experts who will just zoom their show in because traffic really gets bad. So I'm really winging the first half of the show. There is no way that I can wing it for the second half of the show. So I'm probably going to go into a different area. I was just looking at some of the questions that we've actually gotten from listeners.
I got a question for you.
You went through this.
I'm still going through this.
You were still going
Still
through it?
going through this. If you don't pick the right public adjuster,
You had mold.
it started that way. It's gotten a whole lot more complicated.
Oh, my gosh, Freddie.
But let me ask a question. Maybe you have the answer to this. I wanted to meet this guy, to
Right,
be honest
yeah.
with you. Public adjusters, if you had an occurrence 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and you never took it to a public adjuster, and you didn't even put the claim in because you're afraid they're going to raise your rates, which is what everybody's afraid of, do you know you can still put that in, and
Yes.
they have to pay attention and pay you if
Is it in 2 years?
I don't
though?
know if there's a
Yeah, I
statute
think
of
it's
lim-
2 years.
I knew somebody who went 3 years. I don't know if it's changed. That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, but you can do that. And actually, there's even some cases where if you signed off on it and someone comes up and said, you really got screwed, and this is what they didn't do right, you can actually take it back in, which I didn't know you could do that.
In a lot of public adjusters, what I've learned going through what I'm going through is they will give you a
Do
free
you
consult.
have a public adjuster?
Yes, I have one. As a matter of fact, I got one from Ask the Experts.
Okay.
From a gentleman that we did 4
From
years
the
ago.
mold and mildew guy.
Yeah, and it's a war. But they give a free consultation. So let's say that they come in and they let you know what your policy looks like, where it's lacking, where you're overinsured. They even tell you that. I was in a no flood zone paying flood insurance.
Wow.
Saved me $400 right off the top.
Wow.
So that's why these guys are so viable and virtually very important, because they're on your side. Insurance companies, they run a business, right? It's like everything else. But these guys are on your side, and they will go to war for you and fight for you for your rights.
And listen, they're basically on commission.
That's right.
'Cause
They
if
don't
they
get
don't get
paid if
anything-
they don't win. That's right.
Yeah. So it's really good. You're not saving any money. I mean, I don't know why everybody doesn't hire a public adjuster.
You should. Take the consult. He has free consultation on his website.
Leaks, water damage, smoke and fire, mold and mildew, your house is broken into. There's a lot of reasons you would want a public adjuster.
Do you know, Steve-O, one of the major impacts is the air conditioning water pipes, the drains that are under your house. Under your house where you can't see it, very bad area. Very
Wow.
bad. Costs thousands and thousands of dollars, and they don't detect it. You got to go in with cameras in there. There's another gentleman you introduced me to and taught me this whole thing. Floods and leaks under the cement, under the floor of your house. Very tricky situation. You got to have a public adjuster help.
Do you remember the guy, Freddie, that we had on that houses that are older than 1974, they used pipes that were, I forgot what they were made of, but they end up cracking.
That's right. That's right.
And that's all this company does.
That's right. I had the guy that I'm using found a leak on the outside. They actually found two. There's another one I can't get to, but the other one they got in, they dug the hole, they went in and they fixed it. Thanks to him, I didn't pay for it.
Wow. Have you ever had termites?
Why you gotta jinx me like that?
Well, no, I was wondering,
You gotta jinx me
because
like
I
that.
would be
That's all I
asking
got left.
the public. I would be asking the public adjuster, does that come under your homeowner's insurance?
I would love to ask him that question. Also, do you know that when they tent a house and they get rid of the bugs, the termites and all that, they got to go somewhere. So they come to visit and stay. Do you know this?
No.
This is what they told me. I had 100 questions for this guy.
Wow. Well, he will be back with us next month. Let's go to break. The name of the company is the Claim Squad. Their phone number is 800 311 5753 or 754 252 5438.
Stop trying to fight with your homeowner insurance company when you have incurred damages. Their job is to pay you the least amount possible. This is why you need the Claim Squad Public Adjusters, owned and operated by Mike Keeler. Mike is a public adjuster in Florida who helps families with their property damage insurance claims. When you work with Mike, you can take comfort knowing he will help prevent the insurance company from taking advantage of you. They help families whose homes are damaged by pipe breakage, roof leaks, storms, air condition leaks, fire, rain, tornadoes, hurricanes, and vandalism. Like Mike always says, he promises to help you in every possible way to get the best settlement for your property damage claim. He enjoys helping people fight the insurance companies because he disagrees with how they treat property owners. Mike is here to do things the right way and help you the best he can. Mike guarantees you he will be honest with you, understanding, and helpful. Call Claim Squad Public Insurance Adjusters today at 754-252-5438. We are back now with more of the Ask the Experts radio show, proudly sponsored by board-certified family law attorney Tina Lewert of Lewert Law LLC, covering South Florida.
We're back. We're kind of filling in for our expert tonight. It's Claim Squad. They're a new expert. They're a public insurance adjuster. And you know what? I was just thinking, we have a show that I do in Dallas. And I signed a new foundation repair is really big in Texas. Not so big here, I don't think. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very expensive. And all of a sudden, my new client just stopped responding to me. And I'm like kind of freaking out. Well, I'm not hearing from her. Freddie's laughing. Okay. Guess what? She had an emergency, a leak. Yeah. So I'm just thinking now, here we've got a public adjuster, and you know what? You never know. That's one thing you don't know when you're going to have a leak, you're going to have water damage, and you need to get someone out there. So maybe that's what happened with Mike, but he is really good. He will be back with us next week. And I am not educated enough to do 10 more minutes on public adjusting, Freddie. You think I can?
You can. You can point out the issues with not looking at.
Well, there's
the
some new
situation.
laws. I know there's
Okay.
there's new property damage laws that went active on July the 1st. And because we were going to talk about how it's going to impact homeowners.
Well, I would have liked to know that, and I
Yeah.
also wanted to know, because of the pandemic and everything that's going on, how are they handling claims?
a good. I know.
right? I mean, it must be backed up to the yang yang. How are they handling claims? How? And remember, I had a leak, right? Here
Yeah.
comes Hurricane Fred. Thank God that these bullets are going by me. They're whizzing by me because they're not repairing anything right now.
That's right.
And the course is so backed up.
But Freddie, you know what else? And I'm sure wood has gone way up.
Well, it went up to the stratosphere. It's come down somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat. Okay, but it's just out of hand because, well, you see what's happening with the housing market and everything in Florida.
But you know what's food also?
It's ridiculous.
I went to what is the name of the place that does the chicken? Oh,
You went to a chicken place.
well, I went to a chicken place, but they have the best chicken pot pie I've ever had. Boston. Boston
Okay, well,
Market.
we're gonna keep the names out of the deal. Just
Guess
another
what-
company.
Guess what else?
What?
They're out of pot pies.
Yes. They,
Well, they do still do it,
only
but
4
they're
there.
out of the thing that makes the dough.
Yeah.
You know,
There's no dough.
no dough.
No dough. Don't order that anymore.
Well, you can. There's a sign up where we don't have any pot pies right now, but it's starting to happen in the grocery stores.
Yes, a loaf of bread will cost you $8.27 starting next week.
So a friend of Freddie and mine, who owns a restaurant, told me sirloin steak that was normally $11, $12. That
$18.
same sirloin steak, her cost is $18.
That's what I heard. Did you see a famous restaurant in West Palm Beach by the Gulf? What's the PBA Boulevard? PGA, whatever it is.
PGA Boulevard.
Famous restaurant up there. It's closing down Sunday. I don't want to say the name because I don't know if I'm allowed to, but they're closing down. Then they went back and said, we're not going to go out of business. We got to find another location. We cannot afford the rent.
Oh,
And they've been there 32 years.
wow. That is amazing. The things that are going on out there.
Well, things are more expensive, so you got to count your money. And your house is your biggest investment. Think about that. Shouldn't you protect your house like you do everything else,
Of
like
course
your
you should.
car and everything else? Public adjusters at least can come to your rescue and explain to you
Why
where
do
you're
you think
spending so much
everything
money.
is going up?
Why? I don't know. Pandemic, walking around with masks. Nobody
Yeah, why
wants
would
to.
that make?
Well, nobody wants to take a shot. Unemployment, they're going to stop it finally. The federal government, September 6th, no more unemployment.
Right.
They got to stop that because nobody wants to go to work. Nobody wants to go to school. They're debating more about the masks and doing arithmetic. I mean,
I know.
they're putting all of the emphasis on everything but what's important. And that's the problem we're having. What did they just pass? $1.5 trillion infrastructure
Yeah.
package? And then they just
Now
passed
they're trying. They might be
a
passing.
3.5 past the House.
Where is this money
They're
coming
printing it. That's what I'm telling you. A loaf of bread is going to cost you $8.25. You think I'm kidding? You watch.
from? Well,
Inflation. Because the dollar isn't worth the dollar anymore.
you have family in Puerto Rico.
Yes. Forget about it.
Prices must be
Forget about it.
so high there, Freddie.
But we have a farm. So now I've gone to rent out acres of farmland because people
Okay.
want to farm to eat.
Okay.
I have more farmers than I do people renting houses
Wow.
because people can't afford. You can't afford a bag of rice in Puerto Rico. It gets the import tax and everything else that goes
But
into it.
isn't that what's going to happen here?
I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't
Freddie's my guru. I mean, I kind of go.
No,
to him.
you just have some real strange connections.
Well, you think that Giuliani is a strange connection?
Yes.
You do.
He was my mayor.
He was your mayor.
And
Brett.
Donald Trump was a landlord that I worked for when I was in college.
Him or his father?
Him.
Really?
Yes, I used to go to the Trump buildings to pick up checks. My father used to send me. True story.
I know.
And
You
I
don't
remember
wanna hear-
Donald when he was Donald. Not all this craziness around us now.
Well, I got to tell you, it's the only thing I'm going to bring up about politics tonight. So the RNC,
Republican
Republican
National
Party, yeah.
Committee.
they have been saying there's no fraud.
Well, of course.
Okay? Which goes against what Donald Trump says.
Yeah.
Today, they came out and said there was definitely fraud. And guess what? Next Friday, the Arizona audit comes out, and one of the guys who's involved in it said, you are going to be blown away. Isn't that amazing how all of a sudden they're saying it was fraud?
You know what? I'm going to
Look at
wait.
the timing.
I'm going to wait and see, Steve, and I'm not going to say because you're the only person that I know. Now, I covered when Obama was there, when Rick
You did the
I did-
Democratic
and the
convention.
Republicans in Tampa. I got to meet the crazy guy from Utah and all that. I got to meet all those guys. But you're the only person that I know that I got to meet somebody when they were the vice president of the United States. Okay? And so I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to wait and see. And we'll have this conversation next week.
You know, it's funny. It used to be like a big, God, it was a compliment. God, we interviewed the Vice President of the United States. Now it's not.
It isn't. I
It is
remember.
yeah.
I remember we like you and Teddy up in that room. I was shocked.
And listen, we went through a lot because he called in 3 times
Yep.
and got disconnected.
Yeah. Well, that's the CIA and the FBI getting in the way.
That's right.
But I got to admit, I don't know anybody in my circle, and I've been doing this 15 years. In my circle.
So Geraldo doesn't mean anything to you?
I know Geraldo. I knew Geraldo in the day when I was in the South Bronx. He used to go to Yankee Stadium.
Well, Freddie, I know we only have a minute left. The name of the company, our expert, is Claim Squad. Their phone number is 800-311-5753, or you can reach them at 754-252-5438. It's called the Claim Squad. The owner's name is Mike Keeler. And please do the show a favor. Call him up. Tell him you heard about it on Ask the Experts. We'll be back with you next Thursday with more Ask the Experts. Have a good week, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in today to Ask the Experts, sponsored by board-certified family law attorney Tina Lord of Lord Law, LLC. Join host Steve-O again next Thursday for more interviews with the top experts in South Florida in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement on Ask the Experts.